shortly.
Big game for Bellingham more than Ashland, Paul. They have one league loss. They lost to Holliston last week, and now Holliston is atop the Tri-Valley League. They're undefeated, and Hopkinton has one loss. Millis is undefeated, and Bellingham has one loss. So this is a big, big game for the Blackhawks if they have any designs on the TVL title this year.
That's right. For Ashland, unfortunately, the way the schedule, the way the season has gone, they're more or less in a situation of playing spoilers, but they could inflict a dose of that here tonight with a win over Bellingham.
Blackhawk.
I'm just going to point out that last week against Medfield, Ashland won their first game of the season, a 7-0 shutout, and excellent defense, obviously. But again, Clocker is not scoring a lot of points.
And it was the same combination, Paul. It was Sean Hanrahan, the quarterback, to Michael Connaughton, the wideout, number 80, that connected for Ashland's points. The points came in the first couple of minutes of the game, and the teams battled defensively after that. And I would say Medfield had the best threat after that. Sean Hanrahan interception on the goal threat for points, but the Clockers' defense played very, very well. Medfield was passing on practically every down. The Clockers picked off 4 passes. Hanrahan, Sean, picked off 2 and was the Metro West Coca-Cola Defensive Player of the Week in the Middlesex News. Captains at midfield, you're looking at Wayne Carlson, 75, Brian Hackett, 43, and Keith Pierce, 55 for the Clockers. Can't see who the... Okay, now we see the Blackhawks. Number 40 is a captain. That's Craig Kalopoulos.
Well, as you see, Clockers won the toss. They elected to receive, and they will be going from our left to our right here in the first quarter.
Mike Milani, 52. A defensive lineman is also a captain, as is Joshua Gullett, who is an offensive lineman. So they got all the bases covered. 2 linemen and a back as their captains this year. The Hawks are good size with good speed. They own a win over Hopkinton this year, a 14-13 win. I spoke with Coach Hughes before the game. He said the backs for the Blackhawks really did a great job.
First, let's have a moment of silence, please, for the 17 sailors who were killed on the USS Cole. Thank you. And now for the national anthem. Tonight will be sung by Ashland.
We're going to have the national anthem after a moment of silence for the U.S. soldiers who died on the USS Cole this week. Wow, an emotional rendition of the Star Spangled Banner, and we're almost ready for football. Clockers 1-4 on the season, 1-3 in the Tri-Valley League. The Blackhawks come in 3-3. They're 3-1 in the league. They lost their 2 non-league games to King Philip of Rentham and Greater Lowell.
Okay, deep backs to take the opening kickoff will be number 43, Brian Hackett, number 24, Nick Roman for the Ashland Clockers.
Nothing new there.
Checking a number for you, it'll be number, see yet, 36, Steve Wood will be kicking it off for Bellingham. They're always a big team, physically big, and this year seems to be no exception.
I would say they've handled us though about the last 5 years in a row, at least the last 4 years in a row.
Yeah, you got it. And the kickoff, it's going deep. He got his foot into this, and it's going to be handled back there by a Roman down around the 5, 10, 15, 20. Cuts it back inside, takes a hit, goes down, but he ran it back to just beyond the 30-yard line, I believe. Let's see where they spot it. We're going to get the spot closer to the 35. Actually, the 36. Not bad. Pretty good run back by Nick.
I call it the 25, Paul.
25, beg your pardon.
35-yard line.
That was one of the deepest kickoffs of the season in the air.
And not a bad run back, considering that it landed. A Roman caught it back around the 5 someplace. So indeed, it was a deep kickoff and not a bad run back.
Nick always takes it to the center of the field.
Hammer in hand, the pitch back to Hackett.
Ooh.
And he meets the defense.
Ooh.
Number 63 was there, Ryan Kent, 6'1".
Pitch goes to Ryan Hackett.
Rob Costello finished him off, number 1, with a nice hit.
Ryan Kent for the Blackhawks. A loss of about 5 on the play. It'll be a
We there?
2nd and 15 for the Clockers.
They lost 5 yards on the first running play of the game.
Big loss, 2nd down, 15.
Hanrahan at quarterback, tries Hackett again, up the middle, nothing doing. The Blackhawks defense fired up, and they've stopped the Clockers cold in the first 2 plays.
Handoff to Brian Hackett again.
Maines gets this, could be the first passing situation, but deep in their own territory, they're not exactly sure what to do. Third down play, third coming up. Joyce is your center. Joyce, Hanrahan's in the shotgun. 3 wideouts and someone in the slot. Nice pass, complete. Picks up about 6 or 7 yards, and the Clockers will punt on a 4th and 10. Roman, the receiver.
You mentioned that somebody complaining. I don't know what the hell's wrong with it. Just say something. No, I'm on. Paul, anything?
Is your green light on?
Yes. Say yes.
Yep. Up here, and the Clockers are in punting situation. Michael Berard. Oh, his first bad kick of the season. Off the side of his foot. It looked like he was trying to angle it this way. A Roman covers it, but it's a net of about 11 yards. And the Blackhawks are going to start at the Ashland 34-yard line. 35 now, 1st and 10. And disaster here in the opening seconds for Ashland. We're in the first period. 9:18 left to go. No score, Ashland and Bellingham. Bellingham in white with black pants. The Clockers in blue uniforms with white pants. Game being played at Walker Field. Tonight is October 20th, 2000. Oh, could it be too much time?
Timeout.
It's a timeout. So Coach Dale Caparasso apparently saw something he didn't like.
Will you ask him to send somebody up here? I don't know.
We want to take this opportunity to
Okay.
congratulate the Ashland High School varsity field hockey team. The first place Clockers
Okay, good to be back.
to hold on first place in the TVL by beating Holliston today 1-0.
From the Ashland 35, 1st and 10.
Just a brief timeout, Paul. Just something they had to go over, I guess.
Just had to do it. Flags on the field.
Jeez.
And up the middle we go.
You don't usually see flags after the timeout. Ricky Santos is the quarterback. He wears number 2.
That was 33, Peter Faris on the carry.
You'll see Peter in the backfield. You'll also see Mike Bellanti. He wears 24. And Craig Kolopoulos, number 40. They all do most of the carrying. You'll also see Brian Rivera, who's a wide receiver. He wears 23. Blackhawks lost one of their big weapons, Mark McNamara, a huge 6'4" wideout who they felt had Division I potential.
Yeah.
Went down with an arm injury.
That was a 5-yard penalty for illegal procedure, so it'll be 1st and 15 now for Bellingham. Santos, the quarterback, he's number 2. Handoff to Mike Bisson, number 16, and Bisson surges ahead for about 6.
Michael Bisson, 5'11" junior, wearing 16. They rotate about 4 or 5 backs in that Blackhawk backfield. Clockers have done pretty well here in these first 2 plays, helping themselves with a penalty there, so it's a 2nd and 8. And the defense is going to have to come up big here, keep the Blackhawks from getting too deep into Ashland territory.
2nd and 8, Santos to throw. Now he's going to run, sees an opening over there, and he's going to have the first down, I believe, as he's hauled down right around the first down stake, which is around the 25-yard line.
You can see he likes to go. He didn't hesitate.
No, it didn't hesitate a minute. He had all the room in the world to do it. We'll see where the spot is. They haven't moved the sticks. Now they do. It's a first down. Took him no time to see the opening and go to it. Ball at the 25, 8 minutes to go. First quarter, no score. Bellingham moving.
Ricky is only a sophomore.
That's right. He'll be around for a while. Number 1 is Rob Costello on the wide side left. Santos trying to run, and this time he's going to be hammered for a loss.
Danny Phipps, number 36, with the big play. Helping him out was Andrew McKay, 67.
So that's a loss of about 5, so it'll be 2nd and 15 again. The line of scrimmage is at the 30.
Also up front for the Clockers is Wayne Carlson. And number, oh, I missed one number, looks like 58.
20 is Dean Revito to the far side left. Santos is back to throw, throws it over the middle, complete. This is Faris, I believe, and he's going to carry it for the touchdown.
Boy, what a beautiful play.
That was perfect.
Thrown with confidence. Brian Rivera was the
23,
receiver.
Brian Rivera, I beg your pardon.
That was the touchdown pass from Ricky Santos to Brian Rivera for the Blackhawks.
So that's a 30-yard strike over the middle. Santos to Rivera, and the Blackhawks quickly have a 6-0 lead. 7:05 left to go in the first period. They kick the points. Steve Wood.
And it's up.
Boy.
Looks pretty good. So just like that, 7-0 with 7:05 to go.
That could come in handy if you needed a long field goal, Paul. He's
Looks
got a
like he
tremendous
could do it.
foot. So a bad start. Started off right away. The first play the Clockers ran from scrimmage.
Loss of 6.
Yeah, right away. 3 and out. And then a poor punt set up the Blackhawks at the Clocker 35. It took a 3rd down scramble to get a first down after a penalty set the Blackhawks back. But on the second play after that first down, they score, so they go 35 yards in 5 plays for the touchdown. And here we go again.
So Wood is the kickoff man. This is the second time we'll have seen him tonight because he had the opening kickoff, of course. And again, Hackett and Roman back deep. And he nailed the opening kickoff back to the 5-yard line. Let's see what he does with this. Wood steps forward. This one is going to come up a little bit shorter. It's going to be over on Hackett's side, and Hackett is going to let it roll out of bounds. So
Bellingham kick is out of bounds on the
it'll
far
be decision
sideline.
time. They can take the ball back upfield.
Take it on their own 35 or make
Right.
them re-kick. They're going over the options with the captain, Brian Hackett, right now.
I might take it on the 35.
Yeah, the way this kid booms one. He did not hit that one good
No,
at
he
all,
didn't
though,
do that.
didn't he?
That went out right around the maybe the 8-yard line, but it wasn't well kicked.
Clockers have opted for a re-kick on that
They're going to
play
take the re-kick.
with a 5-yard
So it's a
penalty.
So it's a 5-yard penalty. It's a legal procedure, strictly speaking. So they'll be kicking it off from back on their own 35.
Hawk team seemed unfamiliar with the penalty. Probably the first time this year it's been assessed against them. Now,
I don't think we've seen.
there's not. Steve Wood is not
No.
going to hit another one like that.
You
I
wouldn't
don't
think so. Let's see how far he can kick this from his own 35. But I don't think we've seen that situation before, have we, this year, of a kickoff going out of bounds?
Brian and Nick are.
This one he jerks it along the ground.
It's touched. It's
touched
live.
over there. It's live, and it's going to be covered. Might have been Martinez coming up. No, it was Hackett. Hackett
Very alert.
very alertly did it, and to make a long story short, they're going to start from their own 30. They could have had it at the 35, maybe
Yeah.
the 31, but
I was stunned to see that.
I
That
can't-
squib kick.
I can't believe that was accidental. Do you?
No. Well, that's what they wanted to do. It almost paid off,
Almost.
as one of the up players did not handle it cleanly. It took a great onside kick type bounce.
That was Jim Norton, number 20. As you say, the up guy. But in any case, he has to handle it after it goes 10 yards. It's a live ball, whether or not it's touched. Anyway, Hanrahan with the count. He'll hand it off again, and again, it's going to be Hackett, and he's going to be hammered. And this is another 6-yard loss.
Clockers have not sprung any running
No.
backs for long gains, but they haven't taken losses and no gains like this.
No, it's less than it's about a 2-yard loss, but key word is loss. So it'll be 2nd and 12.
Brian is usually good for at least 3 yards, and oftentimes in the early going, 8, 10. He gets some good carries as the interior blocking with Pierce and Joyce is usually pretty good.
They bring Manzella to the near side right, but I think that's strictly for show. They pitch back to Hackett, and he's going to get maybe back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to be it. He might have lost another yard. He did. He lost another yard or two. So it'll be 3rd down and 13.
That's Matt Souza.
That was Sousa, number
on
40. I
that
beg your
carry.
pardon. Okay.
So the clock is unable to move 1 inch.
3rd and a hole. Connaughton is in. They're going to send wideouts to the right side. A Roman is over there.
Manzella's on the left side.
Out of the shotgun. Pressure on Hanrahan, and it's going nowhere.
Sean was looking at that pressure instead of looking at his receivers. He knew it was coming. He was able to get back, it looks like, to around the line of scrimmage.
No, that was another
He lost a couple more.
close to 4 or 5 yard loss. It's going to be 4th down and about 17. Not where you want to be. For Bellingham, it's number 20, Dean Ravito, going back to take the kick. The kicker is 85, Mike Berard. He needs a good kick. Well, his 2nd punt of the night.
They're trying to keep it away, I guess, from.
Well, he got off a floater, but it's going to kick Ravito back. Now it just sort of stops. It's going to die at the 46-yard line of Bellingham. So, not a pretty kick, but somewhat effective. Bellingham will start over 1st and 10 at their own 46. 4:37 to go first period, and Bellingham is leading at 7-0.
It's about a 30-yard net, Paul, no return, so you can't complain too much about that. And now the Hawks go back on offense, and the Clockers, the running game is enough to handle, but now they've got to look at the Hawk passing game, which struck quickly.
And that was a beauty to Rivera, who came out of the backfield. They send number 20, Ravito, to the far side right. Going in motion is 24, Bellingham. Back to throw. Ducks away from 2 tackles. Look at this. He's going to dance for the first down. And he's got 1 man to beat, and he is finally going to be taken down from behind. Hackett got there as Santos just danced from about a 6-yard loss and much of the way to the goal line.
They're throwing some crunching blocks.
Oh,
as they're leveling the Clocker defensive backs as they tried to get Ricky Santos, who has got some moves. You can see how this sophomore got the starting nod.
Line of scrimmage is at the 24-yard line, 1st and 10.
24-yard line, wow.
Things not going their way. Costello was in the slot over there on the right side.
That was a 30-yard play.
You bet. Number 20 is Ravito.
Good speed.
And going outside on that play was
Bellingham, Paul.
Bellingham.
He got about 12 and another first down. They're down to the 10. So give them inside the 10.
Inside the 10.
Goal.
First and goal from about the 9.
That was 15 too. From the 24 to the 9. So in 2 plays.
Ball is just inside the 10-yard line.
45 yards in 2 plays for the Hawks. And now they're in a 1st and goal.
Santos with it. He hands it off inside to Farisa Rivera, 23 of... Oh, Bisson, excuse me, number 16, Bisson. So it'll be 2nd and goal. That one for about a yard. 2nd and goal from the 8. They send Ravito to the far side left. Costello in motion. Hand off to Costello. Costello sweeping the left side. Cuts it inside. Cuts it up. Cuts it in. Touchdown.
A lethal combination of speed and power. And the Blackhawks are out 13-0. There's still 2:55 to go. And this is looking a little bit like the Norton game, Paul. As the Clockers have just been overwhelmed here in the first period. That was a 4-play drive, 54 yards. So they've gone 89 yards in 9 plays for 2 touchdowns. And Wood's going to try to make it his 2nd extra point successful.
Ravito is the holder. All right, the snap, the spot, the kick. Hello. 14-0, 2:55 to go, first period.
It was good, but he's lost the magic of those first 2 kicks. Were tremendous.
Ooh, that first one into the cheap seats. I mean, it went about back to the fence.
Yeah, and his first kickoff was majestic.
That's
also.
Right.
But that was a low, hard one.
So,
well, see if Coach Maines can regroup his Clockers, put together a couple of first downs, and need a touchdown to get back into this game. They're down 14-0 early at home. So we're in a troublesome situation. Hackett and a Roman a deep. Clockers all went to the Holliston-Bellingham game last week, and Holliston won. So the Clockers felt they had a good chance against Bellingham coming in here tonight, but Bellingham has looked awesome.
Wood gets his foot into this one. It's going to come up a little bit on the short side, but Hackett feels it down around the 12-yard line, turns it upfield, and he's going to be whacked around the 16, 17-yard line. He may have made the 20. It'll be 1st and 10.
Manny Guerrero, 86. Jeff Manzella, 18. I think you might see the Clockers open up the passing game here. And they'll be the prime targets along with number 80, Mike Connaughton, who's got 3 touchdowns this year. Clockers have only 4 touchdowns so far this season. Mike Connaughton with 3, Brian Hackett on the all by the air, and Brian Hackett with the only rushing touchdown of the season for Ashland. Now we're going straight shotgun, Paul.
Line of scrimmage from the 24. No pressure this time. Now here it comes. Hanrahan throws it out, and it's almost picked. He wanted Connaughton, And it was number 1, Rob Costello, coming over on defense. I don't know if Costello got a hand on it, but it sailed and almost into the hands of the defender who was standing a few yards behind it. So it goes for naught. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Hanrahan's been throwing the ball much better the last 2 weeks, throwing with much more confidence. He's worked on his footwork. His footwork is better, and he's been throwing the ball much better the last 2 weeks.
Connaughton to the wide side left. And Guerrero in the slot along with Manzeller over here. And Hanrahan is going to have to run, and he's not going to run far. And again, the coverage, or the protection broke down. And I think that it was number 1 on the blitz, Costello.
He's everywhere.
He's everywhere. Actually, they list him as a linebacker, so I don't know if it was a blitz, but it was Costello who got him, number 1. So a loss of a couple. It'll be 3rd and 12. Clockers in net yardage terms. And
negative, yes.
Negative net, I should say, and no fun. Here we go. Hanrahan again out of the shotgun.
Deeper.
He just unloads it. He's got Connaughton out there, and Connaughton can't get there. And a nice play. It was batted down. Was it Wood? Is it 36?
Steve Wood is 36.
I think it was Wood on the coverage. It was 30. I beg your pardon. Thank you. It's Adam Haddad. Adam Haddad on the coverage.
Double covered Connaughton was that time, but Sean threw a beautiful ball.
It almost got there, I mean, because of Connaughton's height.
That pass went 50 yards in the air.
Yeah, he threw it well. Actually, if it had been just an inch or two higher, he might have completed it. Revito back to take the punt. Berard again gets off a okay punt. It'll be down by the Clockers at their own 45, so Bellingham will take over in Ashland territory.
3rd straight time with great field position.
That's right.
Clockers have not had any field position beyond their own 35, and Bellingham has had no field position worse than their own 46.
That's right. This may be their best starting field position, I think, isn't it?
Well, they started on the 35 their first time.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I beg your pardon. Okay.
The Ashland 35.
Right. And back, anyway. Santos to throw. Again, flag is down, and he's going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage.
Wayne Carlson, nice play.
I'm sure this will be a hold.
Barad comes in and gives McKay a breather. It's against the Hawks, Paul.
I think they're going to take it.
It's usually the holding, and it is the holding.
No, it's the hold.
It is against Bellingham on the play.
There we go.
So the 10-yard walk-off back to about the 44-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 20. First down and 20, excuse me. First down and 20.
Penalty was holding against Bellingham, 10 yards. It'll go back to the 35-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 20.
Again with the handoff inside and a big hole right there for Bisson. And Bisson carries for about 16, I would say, as he crossed the 40-yard line of Ashland.
That was Mike Bisson on the carry for Bellingham.
Just inside the 40, so it was about a 15-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Dave DiGirolamo, the defensive coordinator for the Clockers, beside himself as the ball carriers for the Hawks are just ripping through the Clockers.
Santos again hands it off inside. No, this was Costello.
So it
and
was a
Costello's
reverse
on
ball.
the reverse, and he's going to carry it in. Beautiful fakes.
45 yards. Wow.
That was a 40-yard run for a touchdown by Rob Costello.
Whew. Well, the good news is we may see the rest of the roster tonight on both sides. As I've never seen a team run through the Clockers like the Hawks have in this first period tonight, the longest first period in history, still has 42 seconds to go.
No, this one's good.
Wood getting back to form, but 21 to nothing in a little over 10 minutes. 11-minute periods this year in the TVL. Unfortunately, tonight for the Clockers.
Oh, that's not 429. That's 42.9. With the score of Bellingham 21, Ashland 0.
I was wondering because, you know, I know the last time I said it was 7-something.
And the Clockers are moving slow, Paul. They are a discouraged group. Roman and Hackett deep. The second tier includes James Buddy Norton, number 20. XL Martinez, possibly 29. 83, Joe Hughes.
Well, again, one of the issues in that last drive after the penalty was a big scramble and pickup by the quarterback Santos.
Yeah.
And they just can't contain him.
He knows just what to do.
Evidently. Well, this is another squib kick. It's going to come along the ground.
Touched, it's live.
It's live. Hackett picks it up, turns it upfield. He's going to gain maybe 3 or 4 yards right to about the 30-yard line, maybe the 29. So it'll be 1st and 10 with 33 seconds to go here in the quarter.
I don't know why I'm saying it's touched, it's live. Once it goes 10 yards, it's live.
Right.
Whether it's touched or not, on a kick off. It's a punt where it's got to be touched.
Kickoff is recovered by Brian Hackett of the Clockers.
So the line of scrimmage is at the 25-yard line? About 26-yard line. 26-yard line, 1st and 10.
Clockers got to say to themselves, let's just play some football.
No, they just basics. Now they show run.
You're not going to get 21 points back right away.
No.
You got to play football and see what happens. Long way to go. Fumble.
And Hanrahan drops the snap. I think he fell on it.
Looks that way.
But again, nothing good. It'll be a loss of a couple, 2nd and 12.
That's been the story on every first down play tonight, Paul, for Ashland.
Loss, right. That was actually the shortest loss, wasn't it? I think.
Sad but true. Oh, Clockers, we're going to let the quarter expire, change sides. And after one period of play, it's Bellingham 21 and Ashland nothing. And Paul, it can't get any worse than this, can it?
Yeah, you got to hope. I mean, looking at the Bellingham roster, I don't see any quarterbacks behind Santos, to tell you the truth, so he might be in for the duration. And then, sort of from top to bottom, all I see is OL for offensive linemen. So they seem to have enough of those.
When in doubt, list them as an offensive lineman.
Right. Throw everybody else off the scent.
Yeah. Clock has got to figure some way to get something going here. Everything they've tried, nothing has worked. Hanrahan has completed one 7-yard pass, but that's pretty much been it. One of the few plays that's gone positive for Ashland.
Line of scrimmage is the 24. It'll be a 2nd down and 12 situation. And out they come. So there.
Hackett and Souza are going to be in the backfield, Paul, when the second period gets underway.
Again, Connaughton used very sparingly, as you would think that they would try.
He's not in every down, no.
By no means. He may be in 1 down out of 4. I mean, it's
right.
not much.
Even that is more than usual. They've used him more than usual tonight.
Yeah. All right. Sousa will be in the backfield along with Hackett. Manzella, the wideout to the far side right. That's about it. They hand it off to Sousa. Sousa with a little bit of a hole and a gallop, and he takes it out to the 30-yard line. So Sousa picks up about 6. It'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 7. at last a back with a hole.
Yeah,
That might have been one of the first gains by a running back.
I'm glad to see Souza getting some action tonight. He sat out the Medfield game with an injury and sat out most of the Westwood game, I guess it was, with an injury.
Hanrahan to throw, has protection, throws, and it's short, intended over there for Manzella, thrown a couple of yards short, so it'll be 4th down, and they're going to have to kick it again. Barad has not had a good punt here tonight.
No, something's wrong with Michael. I don't know what it is. He's lost his timing and his rhythm.
He's had time, but he just has not been able to get his foot into the ball.
He's done so great with those snaps that have sailed over his head this year. He's had 3 go over his head.
Ravito is back deep, number 20.
It looks like great field position again, Paul.
And
no matter what
10
Michael
guys
does.
on the line to rush. Now they drop off. And again, he gets off sort of a low liner. And Ravito is going to field it and turn it upfield at the 35, at the 40, at midfield, 45, the 40, the 35, the 30. And finally, he's nailed.
Wow, he'll start at the clock at 29-yard line.
Exactly.
Mika, as my father would say. He's a player that we haven't seen in our home broadcast, Mike Ronconi, number 9 for Ashland. And he played a lot and played well last week against Medfield, so he's getting more time tonight.
So from about the 28-yard line, 1st and 10, Ravito to the near side right. Santos on the count. Back to throw, has protection, has time, launches one out there, and it's incomplete, intended for Costello, number 1, but it was overthrown actually and went out of bounds.
Clockers had pretty good coverage.
That was-
Guerrero was there,
yeah.
and Hanrahan wasn't far away.
Now, Costello was well covered. He can move, but they did cover him. And I don't know if it was intentional or not, but Santos just threw it out of bounds. It was not a catchable ball. So it'll be 2nd down and 10. 9:57 to go in the half. And the Clockers on the short end of a 21-0 score.
Mike Mazurek, 56, playing defensive end for the Clockers tonight. The right side is his responsibility.
Handed off to Bisson. Bisson.
Danny Phipps wrapped him up.
Yeah, but he blasted ahead for about 3, I would say. So it'll be 3rd down. And the spot will be at the 27-yard line. So maybe not that much of a pickup, about 2. It'll be 3rd down and about 7 or 8.
The defensive signal call is 45, John Gilberto.
This will be interesting. I suppose they have to see this as 2-down territory, but the other side of it is we might see Wood try a field goal.
Yeah, just for fun.
Yeah.
It's really too far, but
Ravito and Costello to the near side right. Bisson is in the backfield. Santos on the count. Hands it off to Bisson. Bisson breaks a tackle. He'll have the 1st down, surging straight ahead, and Bisson's going to carry it in.
Wow. Well, poor tackling didn't help the Clockers on that play, but
No.
that Bisson, what a nose for the end zone.
They had him contained, I thought, but
Yeah.
they couldn't get there, couldn't nail him. So it's 27-0.
25-yard run for a touchdown for Mike Bisson.
And now the Clocker coaching staff with their heads down. As the speed and power of the multiple formation and multiple running backs of the Bellingham Blackhawks are just overwhelming Ashland here in the first half.
Another sort of a knuckleball kick, but it's good. Went a long way.
Yeah, he hit that one pretty good.
Just floating.
Extra point again by
So it's 28-0.
Wood is good. 4th down as it stands now at
Well, the good news today was on the field hockey front, as the Clockers, led by Jill Deliago and Lauren Vendetti, beat Holliston today 1-0. A great win over a great program, but believe this, they'd never beaten Holliston before, and they beat them twice this year.
That ain't bad.
Yeah,
Can live with that.
and the Clockers have a chance. They got 2 games left. They have a chance to either win the title outright or at least be co-champs in the Tri-Valley League here in the 2000 season.
And then obviously on to the tournament.
Yes, they've already qualified.
Yes. So.
Of course, and congratulations to Coach Diane Piscioli and her team. And you know, the soccer team's been doing very well. Justin Hart tied the game in the final minute last night to give the Clockers a 2-2 tie with Millis. And he's only a freshman.
Another squib kick. And this is Exel Martinez with it. Martinez at the 35 to about the 37-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. This has to be intentional if they're squib kicking these kickoffs.
Yeah, I guess.
Has to be.
I guess they figure Brian Hackett can hurt them.
Yeah. And with all the kickoffs, Lord knows he's had the opportunity if the ball had gone to him. So anyway, 28-0, 8:58 to go in the half. Sousa's going to be in the backfield along with Hackett.
No shotgun, Paul.
Nope. Hand the count.
Keeps
and
it.
just a quarterback draw, and it's going to be good for a yard maybe.
Might try a play to the tight end here. Why not?
Why not?
Throw one to him. Mike Barad can catch the ball. Timeout Blackhawks, their second. 5 timeouts per half per team in the Tri-Valley League. 2 of those timeouts are of the 20-second variety. That's the Hawks' second. The Clockers haven't used one yet, to my knowledge. So this will give Coach Maines a chance to talk with his offense, which has struggled all season, but never as much as they've struggled tonight. Maybe it's time to go back to Connaughton here, too. He's a tall target, listed as 6'5", one of the mainstays of the basketball team, as you might suspect. Decided his first year playing football, Michael, the son of Debbie and Dick Connaughton. And he's done a great job for Ashland. He's given them an offensive threat.
Well, they almost connected back in the first period.
Yeah, it wasn't far off.
But again, they doubled him, and but his height being such a factor. I mean, the point is the ball was just underthrown in that situation. I think if the ball had been thrown a couple of inches higher, he had a shot at it.
I'm not sure Sean could throw it any further.
No, he was probably at his absolute limit.
That was a 50-yard pass.
Yeah.
But, you know, the killer is you see how talented the Bellingham backs are.
Right.
Well, guess what? Those are your defensive backs.
That's right.
So you're going against their best players. So it's going to be tough.
Guerrero in motion. Handoff. This is Matt Sousa, and he dropped the ball.
And we got a few more on that. The clock is...
Went Ashland's way. Who fell on it down there? Hackett fell on it.
That's a tough kid. Brian Hackett finds the ball in a crowd.
So actually that went for about a 7-yard pickup.
Yeah, we may have to put that in the playbook.
Put it in the playbook.
Take it 5 yards. When you're going to go down, kick it.
Kick it.
Fumble it and kick it.
So 3rd and 2. 8 minutes to go in the half. 3rd and 2.
Ashland with a chance to get their first down of the game. I'm guessing Sousa or Hackett. Let's see.
I would say. Nope. Hanrahan to throw. He's going to be rushed. He's going to be stomped.
Wow.
So the loss will be about 7 or 8, and it will actually be 4th down and about 11.
Guerrero went deep, and Manzella curled in short, Paul, and Manzella was open, but Sean had no time to look as the Hawks are all over him.
They mark it at the original line of scrimmage, so it'll be 4th and 10. But another punting situation.
This is where they started.
Yep. Barad will kick it away. Could use a good kick. Low snapped. Feels it, gets it out of there. It's the best kick that he's had tonight. Revito is going to let it roll, and it's going to be touched dead at the 26-yard line.
Jake Joyce down there to cover it. He's off in the first one down there. Great play at number 52, Jake Joyce.
It's a 36-yard line, excuse me. 36-yard line, 1st and 10. 6:59 to go.
And the Clockers will have to be dreading playing defense. The way the Hawks have chewed them up tonight, 28 points, and there's still 7 minutes left to go in the first half.
Again, Ravito coming to the right side along with Costello. Santos rolling left, looking to throw. Now he's going to be hit and sacked. First one of the night. They finally got him, and that's going to be about a 7-yard loss.
Give that one to Mike. Yeah, that was Mike Mazur, 56. Nice job, Mike. As the Hawks continue to mix it up, despite the big lead, they're not resting on any laurels. They're mixing up the run with the pass.
Of course, rolling left is tough for a right-handed quarterback, but that didn't look like an option necessarily unless he had seen a hole to run through.
Yeah, I didn't see an option there.
No,
either.
I didn't either.
Although Santos doesn't need it.
No, and he calls timeout.
Another one. Wow. And why not? With a 28-point lead, relax. Let's see, I think we might number 40 hasn't carried it all tonight, has he, Paul?
No.
Craig Kalopoulos,
I don't
number
believe so.
40. I would guess you're going to see him get the ball. He's in the backfield. Coach Dale Caparasso. His team were the league champions 2 years ago and a Super Bowl champion. Last year, I think they got mixed in that tie with Hopkinton and Millis and lost out.
A reverse, this is.
Not too much, if
No,
anything.
that was 24 Belanti who finally carried it. But I think the handoff went to Bisson and then to Belanti. So that was another nasty play. He picked up a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd down and about 16.
Talk about a multiple offense. They're rotating 4 backs. They throw to at least 3 different receivers.
And they're all good.
Yeah, fast, big.
Okay, so they send Ravito to the near side right.
I would say 16's getting this. It's a pass.
Looking to throw. There's a flag down. It's thrown
Oh!
complete down there to Costello. Costello is still on his feet. He's going to be tackled, but there was a flag in the backfield, and I think this is going to go back.
He went up and got that ball, then broke a tackle before one of the clockers, I think it was Jason Knott, 34, came over to knock him down.
The referee threw the flag in the backfield. That's a hold, I suspect.
Well, you know, they had a little pressure on him back there.
Right.
And a lineman must have felt he had to hold.
So that's going to be
to protect
that's 10
his
yards
quarterback.
from the spot.
That's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. It's going to take it way, way back. But they're going to repeat.
So that's 10 from the spot. Okay. In any case, it's 3rd and a mile.
Well, the rule is what? If it doesn't make if it makes yardage, it's from the spot. If it doesn't make yardage and the hold is behind the line of scrimmage, 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. So they already were in a hole, so now they're in a deeper one.
It's 3rd and about 23. They spread it. He just launches it out there looking for Costello, and it's knocked down and out of bounds on a nice defensive play by Dan Sullivan.
Danny coming back from an injury. He injured a finger badly last week and could not play against Medfield, but he's back in there tonight.
Costello should give thanks, because if he had had a hand on that ball, Sullivan could have lined him up.
Yeah.
But in any case, it goes as an incompletion. And conceivably, if Sullivan didn't have the cast on his hand, he might have been able to make the interception, but he did the right thing.
Well, congratulations to the Clocker defense, their first stop of the night.
Yeah.
And the first punt of the night.
But the hole didn't hurt either.
No. But they really didn't have any positive yardage on any play.
Is that Wood to punt? High snap. It's Wood.
I'm just guessing it's him.
Oh, I don't know if anyone got a hand on it, but he squibs it out of bounds. So Ashland will take it over. A pretty good field position around, right around the 39-yard, around the 39-yard line, 41-yard line. Long day. Around the 41-yard line, 1st and 10. So they have 4:52 to work here in the first half. And that was a good series for Ashland, if I do say.
And this is their best field position they've had for the offense to go to work. It would be real nice to get a touchdown before halftime. But first you got to get a first down.
That's right. Handoff. to
Sousa-
Hackett. Hackett's going to
Sousa,
take.
Hackett, yeah. Wow.
He's going to take a loss.
Nothing doing, Paul.
Nope.
There's just nothing doing.
No way.
By Craig Kalopoulos for the Blackhawks.
And it's both ways. He's tried to go over the left tackle, over the right tackle.
Yep.
It's just not working.
The pitch hasn't worked.
No.
Nothing's worked.
So it's 2nd and 12. I don't know that was the first time he had gone right. I know on 2 occasions he went left and took big losses. 2nd and 12. Looks like pretty much the same set. Guerrero going in motion. Hanrahan pitches to Sousa this time, trying to turn the corner, and he's going to lose yardage.
Holy cow. 5 Hawks behind the line of scrimmage in on Sousa.
So that'll kick it back another 2 or 3. It'll be 3rd and 15.
All right, here's Buddy Norton. And when he comes in, they go to him. So you watch for a pass to Norton. He's got some speed. He's wearing number 20. Connaughton also in number 80, and Norton's time is up. They've changed the play, and they decided to go with Connaughton as the wideout. Cut him across the middle this time. See what happens.
Hanrahan looking to throw,
They do.
and he's going to be swarmed under again, and he loses yardage. Back to midfield. So it'll be 4th down and 20.
Mike theoretically had a little separation that time, but Sean never came close to setting and getting ready to throw.
Ball's back down to the 50-yard line. It'll be a 4th and 20 for the Clockers.
A low snap. Berard handles it, gets it away, and it's going to be another floater. Ravito handles this around the 25-yard line to the 30 to 35, and he's finally going to be hit across the way, and he's going to be hauled down around the 37, I believe. So it'll be 1st and 10 Bellingham.
We're getting down to a 2:27. The first half is starting to wind down, and what has been a nightmare here for the Ashland Clockers, trailing 28-0 in their home field to Bellingham. If I'm not mistaken, Bellingham's won the last 4 years against Ashland, and they're going to try to make it 5 in a row tonight.
Two wideouts, but they hand it off, and this is Bellanti, 24, and picks up a yard maybe, so it'll be 2nd down.
So it's Mike Bellanti.
We got an injury. Clockers' last win against Bellingham came in '95, the Super Bowl year. And they also won the year before. The '95 game was in Bellingham. The '94 game was here. Clockers won both of those. But since then, all Bellingham.
So this is Berard limping to the sideline. They're going to say no gain on the first play, 2nd and 10. They bring Ravito and Costello to the near side right. Volante coming in motion. And sort of a misdirected play as they hand it off. I believe it's Bisson. In any case, the pickup of a yard, maybe it'll be 3rd down.
Now the Hawks still have their first unit in there, but the last 2 series, the Clockers have stopped them. That's about 6 straight plays that haven't gone anywhere for Bellingham. I should say 5, because it's the 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 9. When play resumes, another timeout, Bellingham, their 4th. So
Remember
they've
they
only got 1 left with 1:38 to go in the half.
Of course, remember there was that long completion to Costello that was called back on the penalty.
Yes.
So I have to believe that they'll try something like that here on 3rd and 9.
Yeah, good call. He looks like a kid you can go to just about any
Yeah.
time you want.
And the point is that even if it fails, they kick it away with 1.5 minutes left in the half.
Yeah, they're not worried. They're up
So-
28-0. And having their way with the Clockers.
I'd say.
Rich Babb, number 12, got into the game last week at quarterback for one play. So I don't know if he's the backup tonight or if Danny is. Danny Sullivan, number 4, he's playing defense, but yeah, I can see the cast and everything is on his left hand, so I would guess that, I'm not sure if he could play quarterback tonight, but we may find out before the night's over.
Okay, wideouts to both sides. Costello to the left side. And Ravito over here. Back to throw with Santos. Flares it out there. The short one to the safety valve Belante, but that goes no place. So it'll be 4th down. And actually, they say a little loss on the play, so it'll be 4th and 10.
So 3 and out again.
Looks it.
Second time in a row for Ashland. As the defense is tightened up. Much to the relief of this nice sized Friday night crowd at Harold B. Grump Walker Field. The sign is gone from the scoreboard. Clock is running. We're under 50 seconds left. But Ashland should get one play out of this at least on offense.
Oh, high snap over his head. This could be good. Chases it down. And he does. He gets the kickoff. And actually, it's going to take a Bellingham roll. And it's going to be a net punt of about 2 yards. With 30 seconds, 29 seconds left to go in the half.
Wow, we've seen more of that this year than we've had in any other year. But it's always come out good for the punter. As he kicked that from about his own 5, and the clock is, he ended up getting it out to his own 39, so 34 yards in the air, but the net, I think, was actually -1 or
no, I think
0.
he actually netted 1 or 2. I think it actually went his way, but only a yard or 2. So anyway, it's Ashland 1st and 10, and we have a timeout. Ashland calls a timeout, 29 seconds to go. And I suppose they're just going to take a couple of shots at the end zone.
Yeah. Why not?
Connaughton is in there. Berard is in there. Or excuse me, Guerrero is in there. Berard, I don't know if Berard is in now. He limped off in the last series. And let's see.
They seldom throw to him anymore anyway, but Phipps has been playing tight end. That's why he's wearing that number 36.
And a Roman is in there, so 3 receivers on the left side. Hanrahan handles it. Launches it out there for the sideline, and it's incomplete. A Roman was there. It was over his head out of bounds. So it'll be 2nd down. 25 seconds to go. But interestingly, the play, assuming that a Roman was the first primary receiver, that was just going to be a down and out and carried out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, get closer.
Get a little bit closer. So the incompletion accomplishes the same mission. Now it's 2nd down. Manzella to the left side. This does not look like a passing formation. Let's see. They pitch it back to Sousa. Sousa cutting left. Sousa beats his way out of traffic. Pretty good pickup. Can't get the ball out of bounds. We're down to 15 seconds to 14. And now they stop the clock. So 13 seconds to go in the half. That was a gain of about 8, so it'll be 3rd down and 2. Although I think that that's irrelevant in this situation. I presume they have to be throwing for the end zone.
Do we have a 1st down yet?
No. It's 3rd
Not
and 2.
tonight.
Oh, tonight? I don't think so.
No. I thought that was it.
Nope.
Came up a couple short. So the teams huddle just before halftime here at Walker Field. 28-0 Bellingham.
frankly, I can't imagine Bellingham changing much in this situation. Line of scrimmage is the 28-yard line. You know, and
Yeah,
if you're Bellingham, you're saying, well, nothing's worked for these guys.
If I
We
was-
stopped everything.
might drop my defensive backs
A little bit further
back
back.
a step or two.
Yeah, but that's about it.
And they're really not doing that, so
No.
I would pass on them. They're
Yeah.
respecting the run.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's going to be any more runs, but let's see.
Pitch to Sousa. Sousa trying to cut to the right side. Try to get it out of bounds, and he didn't. He did pick up a first down. They called timeout with 5 seconds to go.
Well, there it is. First down of the game comes with 5.5 seconds left in the first half. And now there's just time for one, maybe two passes if the first one is quickly incomplete. So I would say you got to throw it in the end zone, Paul, and this will be the last
I
play
don't
of the
think there's
half,
any-
barring a defensive penalty.
Well, Connaughton is joining the conversation, so presumably he will go in. Long conference.
Something tricky, Paul?
I don't know. They're taking their time. They better hurry before the referee throws a flag on them.
Adam Teal, 73, is in the game on the offensive line.
So we will have Connaughton, Manziel, and Guerrero to the left side. Got to figure that's where the pass will go if it goes. Hanrahan drops back to throw. He's being chased. He launches it out there, and it's going to fall incomplete. There are no flags, so that'll be the end of the half. And at the end of the half, the score is Bellingham 28, Ashland nothing, and we'll be back.
Hi everybody, this is Faith Hill for RAD, recording artists, actors, and athletes against drunk driving. As a performer, I've had many wonderful moments to celebrate. So please, when you celebrate, designate. Please choose a designated driver. Remember, friends don't let friends drive drunk.
As promised, the Clockers trail Bellingham 28-0, 22 minutes to go. The coin toss at the center of the field, a very, very tough first half, as the first period was particularly bad, as the Hawks scored the first, they had excellent field position, their first 3 possessions, took all 3 of them in almost instantly, added another score in the second period, and then the Clocker defense seemed to get the hang of it and stopped them on their last 2 possessions, but the Clockers offense only 1 first down in the first half, so they haven't really been able to move the ball. They got down to about the Bellingham 30 just before halftime, but could not come close to getting it into the end zone. So they're going to start out with a big hole, and the challenge for Coach Maines and his staff is to get these kids to feel good about themselves and play hard here in the second half. As a win may be out of the question, but looking good and playing good is never out of the question. You can write that one down if you want.
I will. I will. Let me, as soon as I sharpen this pencil. But it's doesn't get easier.
I would say we completed, what, 1 pass in the first half?
I think it was 1. 1 first down.
And we had 1 first down.
And that was with, what, 5 seconds left in the half?
And we had a lot of negative yardage, but Sousa had a couple of 8-yard runs. Brian Hackett hasn't gotten on track tonight at all.
No.
Hasn't even handled the kickoff. I guess he handled 1 or 2, but nothing good came of it.
Mike Berard to kick off, and good to see him because he did limp off the field after 1 play, but apparently it was nothing serious.
Looks taped, Paul. Looks like the right foot is taped.
Yeah, the right ankle.
Bob Thacker along with Paul Burke Tonight's game being played on October 20th, 2000. The second half is underway when touch.
And the kick is, this is 23, Brian Rivera. And Rivera handles the opening kickoff and brings it back to the 35-yard line about, so it'll be 1st and 10.
Mike Barad kickoff returned by Brian Rivera for the Blackhawks.
It'll be the 34-yard line, 1st and 10. So for Ashland, trying to keep it realistic, and Bellingham just trying to close it out.
Barad's going to play linebacker, or is he going to play? No, he's going to play defensive end. Guerrero, the strong safety.
Belanti to the far side left, and it's the, it was a handoff or a quick keeper? I couldn't quite see, but it went nowhere for about a yard. It'll be 2nd down. And again, it was a misdirection play, I believe, to Ravito. But anyway, well, it went for about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down, or maybe 4 yards, 2nd and 6. So just like that. Ravito to the far side left, Costello to the near side right, and they hand it off this time. This is Belante, and he spins away from one would-be tackler and runs it out to midfield. So it'll be a 1st down.
Tough kid, hard runner.
But the moves just before he hits the hole are just
Quick.
astonishing, in a sense. If you watch them, the moves at the last second. He's just short of the 50-yard line, but it'll be 1st and 10. So again, they send Ravito to the far side left, Costello to the near side right, and the handoff again to Belante, and he will about pick up a yard maybe. So they do stop this one. Call it a 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8, 9:35 to go in the 3rd quarter. Bellingham leading in the game 28-0. And obviously Bellingham content to keep it on the ground, or at least so it appears.
Yeah, I haven't seen them pass yet here in the second half.
No.
Doesn't mean they won't, but they may wait till they absolutely have to.
They keep showing the same formation, Bisson and Bellanti back there. Now, just as we said it, Santos looking to throw, and he throws it out there, and it's knocked down by Sullivan. Danny Sullivan got there.
Broken up by Danny Sullivan.
Actually, that ball could have been picked.
Poor decision by Ricky Santos. He just threw it up for grabs.
They threw it into triple coverage, and I think
He didn't even care. He
that
just threw it.
that was Costello, and actually, I think one of the rushing linemen, I think, had an arm on him as he got the ball away, or very close to it. So you're right, not a great decision and not a great pass.
Danny knocked it down. That's what you're supposed to do, but a lot of defensive backs would have tried for the interception there.
And again, with the cast on, probably,
Yeah.
perhaps he can't. The reverse again. This is Costello trying to turn the corner to the left. A flag is thrown. Another flag is thrown. He's got the 1st down yardage, but we'll see what the flags are, and I've got to think those are going to go against Bellingham.
At least one.
At least.
Penalty flags on the play.
Preliminary call is holding Bellingham.
Now. So they mark him back 10.
It was 10 yards from the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 3rd down. 3rd and about 18 to go. 17 or 18 to go. Santos looking to throw, rolls around now. Being pressured, throws it out, and it's complete to Costello. A great throw and a great catch and a 1st down.
Ricky's got a gun.
Whoa, threw that on a line. Costello was open.
He threw it on a line rolling out. He just flicked his wrist. He threw a bullet.
To the 33-yard line, 1st and 10. So 8.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, and Bellingham moving the ball. Santos to the 1st back through. That was Bisson, and he blasts ahead for about 4. So it'll be 2nd and 6.
Mike Bisson, the ball carrier.
They haven't done much wrong.
No.
Gain
Clockers had 2 stops in the second period, but the Hawks have picked up the first period type of an offense here to start the second half.
Revito to the far side left. This is Costello over here. Back to throw is Santos. Throws it out there and it's incomplete. It was intended for Bellingham out of the backfield. Fell incomplete down around the 15-yard line, so it'll be third down. 3rd and 6. Third and 6 from the 31, and you've got to figure it's 2 down territory.
Yeah, it's an awful long way for a field goal.
Handoff, this is Bisson, and Bisson on second effort is going to be very close to the first down.
Geez, they had him stopped a couple of yards short, but he made a lunge. He is short, though, I think, Paul.
They're going to say the knee touched back at the around. The spot is right at the 25-yard line, so it'll be 4th and 1. Maybe a little less than 1. Let's see what they do with it. You figure they won't do anything fancy, but you never know. No, straight ahead Santos. A flag is down. 2 flags are down. The referee threw it in the backfield. That should be a legal procedure, I would think, or a legal motion.
Yeah, I think it might have been on the quarterback.
So someone moved prior to the snap. So that'll cost them 5 because he did pick up first down yardage.
Yeah, he had it.
He had it, but of course it comes back. Bellingham calls a timeout. It'll be 4th and 6. So that sort of changes things a little bit.
They're on the 30, Paul. If they ever thought about a field goal, it would be a 47-yard field goal if they teed it up on the 37. So that's a tall order for a pro, never mind. Steve Cook, or Steve Wood, is it?
Wood.
Yeah, Steve Wood. So I would guess they're going to run a play. They had 28-0. You can't make a wrong decision in these situations. Clockers looking for the pride of a stop here. Take over the football and see what Coach Main's put in for a new offense here in the second half to try to get the Ashland team untracked. McKay, Carlson, Mazurik, and Phipps, the front 4 for the Clockers.
Valenti coming in motion and tripped up in the backfield, taken down for a loss by Hackett.
Good call. Good call by the defense.
That was about a 7-yard stick as Hackett got in there lickety-split. Santos actually kept the ball after all the motion. He kept the ball, was rolling right. And I don't know if he intended to run or throw, but Hackett got there and tripped him up.
He was pretty deep, Paul. I have to think he was going to pass.
I would say.
8 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but I suppose he could have taken it around the end.
He would have had to have cut it upfield fairly quickly, too, because he was running very close to the sideline, but it's moot. And Ashland has the ball 1st and 10 at their own 37, 38-yard line. And we'll see what they do. Buddy Norton is in there, I believe, isn't he? Number 20?
See if they go to him.
Nope, hand it off. This is Sousa. Sousa barely breaks a tackle. Will just about get back to the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd and 10.
Check those blue 50-50 raffle tickets, ladies and gentlemen. We have a winner. Give the number after the next play.
Short pickup, 2nd and 9.
I'm guessing they're going to pass from here on in.
Coming up for the clock.
Hackett and Sousa are in the backfield. Manzella to the near side left. Hanrahan on the count. And
Never got snapped, Paul.
no, never got snapped. So that'll cost them 5. Apparently the center missed the snap count.
Legal procedure against the Clockers. It'll be a 2nd
Oh.
digits are 855. Number 6898855. Last three digits are 855. If you have
You don't need me to tell you the Clockers cannot afford penalties like that.
collect your money.
No.
Penalties of any kind. Yards are too tough to come by.
Buddy Norton to the near side left. Manzella to the far side right. Hanrahan to throw, being chased. Gets rid of the ball, and it's just incomplete. Almost picked off by Ravito. Didn't quite get it as it bounced off the turf.
Too bad. There was a
So
germ
the-
of a play there. Barad was open, and so was Norton.
Right. But Hanrahan, did he get hit?
He was hurried.
He was hurried. It'll be 3rd down and long, 3rd and 15. I had my eyes off him, but boy, there was pressure. He must have heard it.
He threw it good, just a little high. But when you're hurried, you tend to throw it a little harder and higher than you should.
Manzella and Norton to the near side left on this formation. Hanrahan back to throw, throws it out. It's complete to Hackett out of the backfield, trying to turn it upfield, but he'll barely get a yard from the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down and long. Inside 5.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Bellingham leading in the game 28-0.
Brian couldn't get ahead of the steam up after taking that short pass in the backfield from Sean Hanrahan. So Mike Barad is going to get another chance to work on his punting, this time with the taped foot and ankle. Good snap.
Good snap this time. And again, off the side of his foot and out of bounds in front of the Ashland bench at about the 40-yard line.
Out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. Still looking for that winning.
Looks like they're going to mark it exactly at
Right at
midfield.
6898855.
So that's
You're right.
a 15-yard net punt, no return. Now they push it into Bellingham territory. And the Hawks go to work for the second time in the second half. It was stopped by Ashland on their first possession. Jason Knott is in the game, number 34.
And again, a double reverse this time. This is Costello with room, and Costello has one man to beat. He's going to carry it to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. Touchdown. 51 yards.
Robert Costello, the junior, adds another one to his total. What's that, 2 for him tonight?
There were 2 handoffs on that play from Santos to Belanti to Costello, and he was gone.
You know, those plays require an awful lot of practice, Paul. It's a precision type of an offense that really requires a lot of repetition to get that right and have those handoffs smooth. And Caparaso has got his Hawks running like a finely tuned machine.
The kick is up, and this one's good. So it's 35-0 with 4:40 to go.
So the Clockers have given up their most points in the season. I think the Norton score was 34-12 here on opening night. But the Hawks have 35 now. It's been a long time to go.
Bellingham 35, Ashland 0.
How good was Holliston to beat them?
Yeah. I mean, we played Holliston here. They beat us 27-0, but you felt like we were in the game. Tonight, you never felt like you were in the game. Big weekend in the Tri-Valley League. Holliston and Hopkinton will be playing tomorrow night. Millicent Medway also tomorrow night.
Wood to kick it off. Pretty good looking kick. This comes to Hackett at the 20, the 25, 30, the 40. Got ahead of steam. Has nobody to beat, and Costello gets him. It was Costello at the 40, the only guy with a shot, and Costello caught up with him after a great run back by Hackett.
Touchdown saving tackle by Rob Costello for the Blackhawks.
But Brian pulled away from the pack on that run back.
That's the way he does it. Beautiful, beautiful burst. by the senior co-captain, Brian Hackett, number 43. Ron Coney's in the backfield, number 9.
Hanrahan on the keep. Pulls ahead. Might have gotten one maybe.
Sean Hanrahan, ball carrier.
Mike Ronconi, number 9, who blocked on that play.
Second and 10.
No gain on that play. It'll be 2nd and 10.
He's a sophomore.
Yep.
Plays linebacker on defense. Got a real good taste last week in the midfield win. Getting more action tonight.
Hanrahan to throw. Has time. Runs out of time. That'll be a big loss.
Sean Hanrahan. Brought down by Ryan Kent.
It was Ryan Kent, 63, who was in on the tackle. So that's a loss of about 7. It'll be 3rd and 17.
Clockers cannot keep the Hawks out of their own backfield.
3rd and 17 for the Clockers.
Gonna have to start running some timing patterns, Paul. Just take the snap, take 3 steps back, and let it go to a spot.
What a rip.
They've abandoned the shotgun for some reason.
Hanrahan with the pitch back to Sousa. Sousa picks up a couple maybe, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. So it'll be 4th down and long.
Tremendous pursuit by the Hawks.
He never turned it upfield at all. I mean, he just angled to the sideline, might have picked up 3, but it'll be 4th down and 12.
Looks like Ashland's going for it. Or are they gonna? I don't see Mike
No.
Barrard.
No, but Connaughton's in.
And I can't blame Coach Maines for this. The punts haven't been going anywhere anyway, so, you know, for 10 yards, you might as well just go for it.
Hanrahan to throw. Throws it out deep, looking for Connaughton. Connaughton's open. Connaughton with the reception. Connaughton on his feet down to about the 15-yard line. Connaughton.
He stayed
was
with it, Paul.
Well, he was man-to-man with Ravito, but he got by him by a step, and of course with that height, he made it look easy. So the first big play for the Clockers here tonight, and it'll be 1st and goal from so it appears from about the 7. It's 1st and goal from about the 6 or 7 yard line.
Yeah, call it the 6.
Connaughton stays in the game. This time he goes to the right side. Guerrero coming in motion. Hanrahan hands it off to Sousa. Sousa is inside the 5, close to the 3.
Good hard run by Matt.
Matt Sousa just shy of a touchdown. It'll be a 2nd.
They give him the 4, so it'll be goal to goal
Got a
from
crap.
the 4, 2nd and goal.
Got a bad spot, Paul.
I thought so. I thought he.
Looked like he had a lot more than that.
Timeout Bellingham.
So a 2nd and goal coming up. Clockers trying to get on the board. Down 35-0.
Goal from the 4 for the Clockers.
Trying to put up their 5th touchdown of the season. I don't know. Maybe the tight end. I gotta believe they want to run it in. Sousa, Hackett. If it's going to be a pass play, it's probably going to be to the tight end, something quick.
Something quick and slanting, I would think, right?
Yeah.
Try to get inside the linebackers, but that's not easy.
If
when
you try to
both
go
got
outside, too much of a chance of losing substantial yardage.
Right. I don't think I'd want to run outside.
Long, long conversations, both sides of the field. 1:11 to go, third period. Bellingham 35, Ashland nothing. My guess is that's going to be up to Jake Joyce and Keith Piers, Wayne Carlson.
Well, Connaughton is there.
And McKay and the rest of the Ashland offensive line to open a hole.
Hanrahan's just going to throw the alley-oop for Connaughton, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, I forgot about that play there. I saw them working on that in practice this week.
It was Brian Rivera, 23, on coverage over there with Connaughton.
It's a timing play.
Yeah.
You take the snap, let
again,
it go.
But it's strictly to take advantage of Connaughton's height.
Yes.
But now it's 3rd and goal.
Yeah, and it's not a secret anymore.
No, and Connaughton's out of the game.
So even if,
And Roncone's out of the game. So we'll have Sousa and Hackett in the backfield.
maybe Coach Maines figures we got 2 shots. We still got 2 shots.
Well,
because this is a 3rd down play coming up.
Guerrero is there. Guerrero coming in motion. Hanrahan hands it to Sousa. Sousa looking for room, nothing. Actually, he's going to be pushed back. He might have lost the yard.
He had a split-second opening.
No, he couldn't get there. So that is going to be close to a 2-yard loss, I think. It'll be 4th and goal. He's outside the 5 now. It'll be 4th and goal from about the 7.
Pretty much where they started.
Now, Connaughton is in. Guerrero is there.
Same play this side, Paul, the one they tried on 2nd down. There it is.
There it is, launching it, and it's going to be way overthrown.
Oh, not a chance.
Nope. So that's it. It'll go over on downs.
So too bad. So sad. A good opportunity, a nice 35-yard pass play that took it from the Bellingham 40 to the Bellingham 5. Clockers had a 1st and goal. Tried to run it with Sousa twice. And tried to pass to Connaughton twice. Nothing worked. And they turn it over on downs with, what is that? Is that 21.7 seconds left in the...
21.7 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. And you can see this is Costello.
Wow.
Again on one of those reverse handoffs.
That's the way to get it out of trouble.
Got it out of there quick. It's a 1st down as he carried to about the 20-yard line. That should do it as we're inside 6 seconds. And that will be it for the 3rd quarter. So at the end of 3 quarters, the score Bellingham 35, Ashland nothing.
Well, I was really hoping we'd get one in there, Paul. It would have been nice. Now, the boys had a much-needed win last week at Medfield. They played a good game. Coach Maines used a couple of different players, and they rose to the occasion and spoiled Medfield's homecoming with a 7-0 win. And they felt pretty good going into this Bellingham game. But the Blackhawks came out absolutely galvanized and really took it to them. And lack of speed, hurting the Clockers very badly. And it hurts them on offense, of course, but it really hurts them on defense. When play resumes to start the 4th period, it'll be 1st down Bellingham at the 20.
So Bellingham 80 yards away to start the fourth quarter.
First down for the Blackhawks.
They bring Revito to the near side left. Santos looking to throw, launches it out there, launches it, and it's just off the hands of Brian Rivera. Whoa, he was open.
Yeah,
He was open.
I
He
guess
would
it
have
was
been
just
gone.
slightly long.
A little long.
Beautifully thrown ball, though, right down the middle. Hawks playing all out, no holes barred football.
That was their first down play.
They're showing,
Looking for more.
yeah, showing a varied
Yeah.
playbook.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of skill at the skill positions.
Yep.
Good place for it.
Handed off inside. This was Bisson,
Wow.
and he has 15 yards on the carry.
By the time I identify the ball carrier, he's already got 15 yards.
With the tackle for the Clockers, it's a first down. 8855. Oh, 88. Which one are we looking at? Oh, yeah, no, you got 87 there. Oh, yeah, you got 55. Yeah, okay. That's what I heard. Yeah, you see Tony.
So first and 10
Haven't given the money away, you know?
from the 35-yard line.
Oh, okay. Did he hear that?
Santos looking to throw, rolling. Turns it upfield. Now he throws, and it's intercepted. Ashland ball picked off out there. Let's see who it was.
By the Clockers. 56.
It's Keith Pierce, 55 on the interception.
Here's with the interception.
So Santos under pressure threw an interception. So Clockers take it over first and 10 right at the midfield. Excuse me, at the 45-yard line. From the 45-yard line, first and 10. 10-12 to go here in the ball game. And Clockers trailing at 35-0. Ron Coney is in the backfield again. Back to throw, Hanrahan throws it out there, and it's going to fall incomplete. And it was Barard, apparently intended for Barard, who was making a dash for it, but it was well thrown away from him. And if it had been the timing play,
Yeah.
possibly it was not quite executed.
Sean's been hit quite a bit tonight. He now seems to be just happy to get rid of it. Just happy to be able to let it go.
Second and 10.
Pinpoint accuracy has become secondary.
You think? Again, looking to throw. This one's complete. This one's Guerrero. Guerrero breaks a tackle, has the first down, and carries it to about the 41-yard line.
First down, Clockers.
Ashland's third first down of the night. As Manny Guerrero makes a nice reception, wide open in the middle. Hanrahan had protection, had time, found him easily, laid it in there for a nice gain and a first down. Look for something to Manny again here. Let's see.
This is Exo Martinez, and he bombs forward for 5. Now,
Excel.
he hit the hole and moved.
Boy, did he. He took that ball practically from the center.
They give him 4, so it'll be second and 6, but he was just in the hole and gone.
Yeah, first carry of the night, and it's a good one.
Gain of about 4. It'll be second and 6.
Well, second down and 6. Manzella to the near side right. Guerrero is in the slot right there. Sousa and Hackett are in the backfield. Hanrahan to throw, has time, throws, complete. Guerrero again, and he's going to be close to the first down. I think he'll be just slightly short, but he'll be around the 31-yard line, and they may measure this.
Short of a first down, it'll be a third and 1.
No, he's going to be short, but not by much. Short by less than a yard. No, they say first down. Referee signal first down. Okay.
Yeah, excellent spot.
So first and 10 as the clock moves to 8.5 minutes to go.
Manny's hurt. He's out of the game.
Hanrahan pitches to Sousa. Sousa turns the corner. Sousa picks up 5, 6, 7 yards. He carries close to the 22-yard line.
Brought down by Cyril Heinricher.
And in case you are wondering, no subs on the Bellingham side.
No.
And 1.
That's the starting defense.
It'll be 2nd down and 1.
He's even using his quarterback now. He's even got his quarterback out there playing defense. Coach Caparassa wants the shutout.
9:05, 689, 8905 is the second drawing winner of the 50-50 raffle.
The pitch back to Sousa. Sousa evades a tackle, but he won't evade anybody else as he loses about 4 on this one. So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and about 6.
Cross back to about the 27. It'll be a third.
So failing to live with prosperity, Clockers face a 3rd down. Their conversion rate on 3rd downs here tonight has been somewhat less than adequate.
I guess they got one, right?
Yep. Hanrahan is going to be hit and dropped.
Sean Hanrahan.
God, he didn't even have a chance to think about pitching it to Sousa.
Nope.
A tremendous rush.
Kolopoulos was in there along with Bisson, but Kolopoulos got him. So the loss was about 5. It'll be 4th down and 11. 4th and 11 or 12. 4th and about 12. Clearly, they've got to go for it. McBride comes out. Sousa comes out. Connaughton is in.
39-yard line, 4th and 13.
Hackett will be in the backfield.
I'm guessing this is going to be a pass to Manzella this time. Let's see.
Oh, Manzella's to the far side left. Hanrahan out of the shotgun to throw. Launches it out there looking for Connaughton, and it's thrown out of bounds incomplete, and Bellingham will take over on downs. So we have 5:58 to go in the ball game. Bellingham leading at 35-0, and they'll take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line. 34-yard line, 1st and 10 Bellingham, their own 34. So a very frustrating night, to say the least.
A bad night. The Hawks stick with the first unit.
They're saying we want more.
They got to be itching on the bench there, the reserves, to get into this game.
And this is Costello again on that double reverse or the double handoff, and he's got a 1st down plus.
Dick Joyce to tackle it. 1st down Bellingham. We're still looking for the second drawing winner. The new 50-50 raffle ticket that we're looking for is 689-98-905. Last 3 digits.
Vito and Costello are wideouts. Santos looking to throw, rolling right, looking, throws it out there, launches it, and it's incomplete, intended for Belanti out of the backfield. And he was open, but it was just short, just underthrown. Scary.
This strikes me as very odd. With 5 minutes left in the game, I had 35-0, throwing 40-yard passes on 2nd down.
Pass was intended to Mike Belanti on that play. 2nd and 10.
I guess if you're going to pass on 2nd, you'll pass on 3rd, right?
You would think.
Or is this 2nd?
No, it's 2nd and 10.
Oh, okay. That was a 1st down play.
1st down and 10, looking for the end zone. Costello in motion. Costello has the ball, turns it upfield, and he is going to be tackled down around the knees by Brian Hackett, but he picks up about 5, so it'll be 3rd down and 5.
Gain of about 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Buddy Norton at defensive end.
This is Bisson, and Bisson is going to be, I believe, a little short, but
Pierce,
not by much. He might
Pierce
be a
got
yard
him.
short.
Pierce got him.
Yeah.
Mazurek was in there, and
This in the ball carrier. Fourth down play coming up. It'll be a 4th and 2.
4th and 2. Fourth and 2. And back to throw is Santos. He's going to run, and they're trying to contain him. Breaks the tackle, and he's going to have he's got the first down.
Ricky Santos, the ball carrier.
they almost got him, Paul.
Almost,
They had
but
a
he's got
chance.
the first down.
He's just a little too slippery.
The line of scrimmage is going to be the 44-yard line. So it'll be Bellingham first down at the 44 with 3.5 minutes, 3:37 to go. The clock is stopped. As a timeout has been called out there. Bellingham calls a timeout.
Santos got enough for the first down, and we have timeout Bellingham.
I can't say that I understand this timeout either. Unless it's to make wholesale substitutions on the Bellingham side of the ball. Sometimes that second unit needs a timeout to get fully organized. But maybe it's to put in another double reverse. Yes, it does appear to be an entire
Substitutions.
new unit
Yeah.
for the Hawks. As they await their new quarterback, it's number 3, Paul. Oh, not identified on the program, the new QB.
Who's number 3?
I have my staff work on trying to locate his identity. Oh boy.
Nevertheless, handoff.
I guess they were itching on the sideline
guess.
for some action. It's none other than Virgil Watson, Paul.
33 is Faris, Peter Faris.
The QB is number 3, Virgil Watson.
Carrier running for a first down on that play was Peter Faris.
And Faris was the ball carrier, and he's, I guess, 33. So 3's a wild.
And ball is loose. Clockers have it.
Fumble on the play.
That's the way to stop that drive.
So that may have been a handoff. Number 30, Adam Haddad, is in. It may have been a handoff intended for him, but in any case, it wound up on the ground, and Clockers recover the fumble with 3:07 to go.
Mike Mazurek, I guess, got it. He's played his heart out tonight. Number 56.
7-yard line.
So 3 minutes, 7 seconds to avert the shutout.
Mike's a junior.
Line of scrimmage about the 27-yard line. Hanrahan hands it off inside. This is Sousa. Sousa for 4 or 5 yards. As he comes out across the 25-yard line, or across the 30-yard line to about the 31. So it'll be 2nd and 7.
That fumble was recovered by Dave Phipps.
A little more confusion.
Bellingham.
Hawks need another timeout to get their defense.
Fumble was recovered by Dave Phipps. It is a second down play coming up for the Clockers, and 6 to go for the first down.
Clockers with 2.5 minutes to go a long way. 70 yards to get on the board and avoid their 3rd shutout of the season. Shutout by Halston, shutout by Millis. also lost to Westwood and Norton.
Handoff again to Sousa.
That was Matt Sousa, the ball carrier.
Sousa finds the 35-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and maybe 3.
And Patrick Hanrahan, 14, comes into the Clocker lineup.
Tackled by Joe Bertinazzi.
Pat, a standout on the JV squad, getting a chance on the varsity with 2 minutes left in this game. He's lining up in the backfield with Ronconi, also a sophomore. Ronconi gets the carry.
Ronconi with the carry, and Ronconi with the 1st down.
Big hole.
That was Mike Ronconi, the ball carrier for Ashland. 1st down.
And Ronconi comes out. And who's in that backfield now? I thought I saw, yeah, it's Knott and Hanrahan in the backfield now.
This is Hanrahan.
Gets his first varsity carry, to my knowledge. The brother of the quarterback, Sean Hanrahan, Patrick Hanrahan.
Might have picked up a yard. So it'll be 2nd and 9 as we're down to 1 minute, 15 seconds to go in the ball game.
I have to think Knott's going to get the next one. He hasn't carried tonight. Got a new receiver out there too, Paul.
31, Thierry Cazot. That's official. Hanrahan pitches back to,
It's Knott.
that's Jason Knott, and Knott has the 1st down to the 40-yard line.
It's a march.
Could be. Down to 48 seconds.
Jason Knott. 1st down, Ashland.
Clock continues to run. We're under 30 seconds as they come up. Who we got in that backfield now? Knott and Ronconi.
Hanrahan on the keeper. Hanrahan with the 1st down. Hanrahan in the open field, and he's going to get to the 22-yard line with 18 seconds to go, and they stop the clock. Oh, he's, excuse me, at the 22-yard line. And unless they call timeout, this could be it.
Sean's best run of the season.
Clock
First
is
time
moving.
he's broken out into the open. They run to the line of scrimmage with 7 seconds.
seconds to go. Down to 5. They get the snap off. Hanrahan with it straight ahead, and that's going to do it. So final score here tonight, Bellingham 35, Ashland nothing.
Well,
Come on, now. Gotta get home and watch that Tyson fight.
well, Paul, I don't understand that final minute. You know, the kids obviously wanted to keep playing, and some players who hadn't carried the ball all season long were getting a chance to carry the ball. But Coach Maines did not use his timeouts and let the clock run out. And maybe it's a merciful end, but I got to believe that the kids wanted to keep playing.
Well, you always want to keep playing unless you've got the win in your pocket. That's pretty obvious. But just very difficult to evaluate this game unless you're a Bellingham fan. I mean, what can you say?
21-0 with about 9 minutes into the game. 21-0 Bellingham, and then 28-0 early in the second period, and then the Clockers made 2 stops and really got together defensively. After that, gave up only 1 more touchdown the rest of the way, and the Hawks went all out in the second half, but still only got 1 touchdown. And the Clockers moved the ball a little bit at the end. The second unit moved the ball a little bit against Bellingham's second unit, but it still came out a shutout. The Clockers have been shut out 3 times this year, only have 4 touchdowns in 6 games, and now they slipped to 1-5 and 1-4 in the Tri-Valley League. And 3 more games on the road coming up. They play at Keefe Tech in Framingham. They play at Dover Sherburne. Those are afternoon games. And then they play another afternoon game, I think, at Medway.
Right.
And then Thanksgiving is home this year against a powerful Hopkinton team, 10 o'clock Thanksgiving morning.
So you know, it could be a pretty difficult stretch of 4 games left in this schedule.
Yeah, the Clockers will have a good chance against Keefe Tech. We always play a good game against
Right.
them. We'll be evenly matched with them, and we will also be evenly matched with Medway, and that's a good chance for a game, too.
But Dover's a much improved team.
Dover's an improved team. They beat us last year. You have to think
Right.
they'll be favored this year at home.
Right.
And we'll be big underdogs to Hopkinton no matter what happens.
Yeah.
But we're going to play them anyway.
We sure are, and our next scheduled televised game would be the Thanksgiving Day game. And, of course, that will be, as Bob noted, at 10 o'clock on Thanksgiving morning, and always a pageant against Hopkinton. And hopefully between now and then we'll have pick up maybe another win or two.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think so.
So anyway, final score again here tonight was Bellingham 35, Ashland nothing. And for the cable crew and
Jason Fox, Alex Logan, and tonight's game produced and directed by Paul Bodine.
thanks very much. And for the cable crew and for Bob Thacker, this is Paul Burke wishing you a very pleasant good evening.